21 lead their teams in points, rebounds, assists, steals, and blocks. UConn Sarah Strong and USC freshman Jazzy Davidson. If Strong still leads in each at the end of the season, she will be the first to do so for UConn since Maya Moore. So I told you at the top of the show, Audie Crooks is leading the nation in scoring earlier this season. Right behind her is Vanderbilt star sophomore Michaela Blakes at just under 25 per game, and Notre Dame's Hannah Hidalgo rounds out the top three. Crooks' 7 30-point games this season are the most in the nation. These are some of the top players, ladies. But when you think about everybody across the women's college basketball world, who do you think is performing the best under pressure right now?
I want to stay with Audie Crooks, just because their team for a moment hopefully slipped out of the top 25, but she has to perform and keep them relevant because they should be a tournament team. As you mentioned, Christine, she is leading the nation in scoring. Typically, those are sensational guards. Now we're back to the bigs. The footwork is elite. She's got like the shake moves. And most importantly, y'all, she's had 3 40-point games so far this year. The most talked about player in some ways in basketball. I'm excited to see them improve after a little short, brief losing streak.
Yeah, it's so fun to watch Audie Crooks and what she is able to do. For me, when it comes to pressure, Notre Dame is a program that won a national championship just a handful of seasons ago, and they had so many players leave their program last season. Hannah Hidalgo is performing under incredible pressure. Everybody expects greatness from a Notre Dame team. It's just what they have always done. She lost Sonia Citron, Olivia Miles, Maddie Westfeld, Leah Tu King, and for me, Hannah Hidalgo learning to trust her new teammates, learning to make the right reads, really learning to be a point guard. I know DeJesus is there, she transferred in from Duke, but Hannah Hidalgo is truly the point guard of that team, and her learning how to trust her teammates and make reads. She's also under a lot of pressure to try and get them wins.
Drea, I know this is our first show of the year, but I remember all our shows last year, and you were kind of tough, rightfully so, on Hannah Hidalgo.
I was tough on Hannah Hidalgo because I felt like she plays with so much energy, so much heart, so much passion. But for me, sometimes she would force it. All that passion and energy would lead to bad decision making. She would drive into 3 players. Sonia Citron is wide open in the corner, and she would take the shot. And even if she made the shot, I didn't think it was a high quality shot. And so I'm even more impressed to give Hannah credit that she is now, with new teammates around her, learning to make the right play and make the right read. It's going to help her at the next level. It's going to help her become a point guard, and she has to really trust the process in what she's having to do.
And similarly, I think society is tough on Audie Crooks because people point to the defensive effort. These are 2 women that want to make it at the next level, and I do think that there's a lot of improvement ahead, but I'm excited because they have the certified talent to get there.
They're stretching, they're growing, they're pushing themselves. It's something that we have to talk about. The teams have struggled at times, but they're growing.
I do want to mention both of them reached 2,000 points within a week of one another. Audie Crooks, the fastest to do it in the Big 12, and Hannah Hidalgo, the fastest to do it in the ACC. So they are getting buckets, as we know. Obviously, we already said that. I'm going to give the ladies a fact, and they have some emojis right here that they're going to tell me how they feel about that specific fact. All right, ladies, you ready? The first one is about UConn. This team has won 17 games straight by 25 or more points. No other team has done that since the year 2000. How do you feel about that?
Okay, let's go emojis. We'll see if we match, Dre.
Okay.
1, 2, 3.
I'm with these 2.
Okay.
Oh,
Dre got 2 for some reason. It's supposed to be
Who made the rules? I think one?
It's one emotion.
Okay, well, I'm sad because today they play Tennessee, and if Tennessee plays the way they did on Thursday, it could be another 25-point win because UConn has been so dominant, and then this because the UConn program speaks for itself.
I'm going to say that UConn is putting their opponents to sleep. That's why I have it right here. AZ Bud, my goodness, shooting 43% from 3 on multiple attempts. I like what they've done. It doesn't seem like they're stopping anytime soon.
Also, I really want to stick with this one. I know I touched on Sarah Strong earlier, but what I didn't get to say, she is 1 percentage point away from being 60, 40, 90 on the season. We haven't seen that stat line in this century. If she finishes this season with that stat line, it would be unreal.
I think we did get a score update.
It's 21-10. It's 21-10 UConn right now.
Up on
That's where this came from.
She has this emoji right here. Okay, fact number 2, UCLA, the Bruins have the most wins versus top 25 teams this year with 7. Just a reminder, UCLA's only loss was to who? It was to Texas. You guys have something to be excited about. How do you feel about that? Okay.
This is a thug tier. This is a thug tier because there be some gangsters right now. What I like about UCLA is last year, the only person that showed up to that Final Four was Lauren Betts. She dropped like 26. The next closest was 8, Kiki Rice. And Kiki Rice is having a career year in points, rebounding, shooting. That is the growth area. They have more balance. Offensively, they're more versatile, but obviously they've got Big Mom in the paint that's doing great work this year.
Yeah, Neepkins has been huge for UCLA. Now, here's my thing with UCLA, why I did the sleeping emoji, because UCLA, we saw them on a dominant run last season to the Final Four. This, to me, is nothing new for UCLA. Chiney, I know you said they have a ton of new pieces, they have more balance, but we saw them dominate last season. Going into the NCAA tournament, they had 10 top 25 wins prior to the tournament. So to me, the standard for UCLA is getting back to the Final Four and competing for a national.
So you're saying people are sleeping on them?
No, I'm asleep on them until I see the very end and what they do if they make it to the Final Four.
Got it. All right, number 3. Vandy. They have lost 2 straight games after starting the season with 20 straight wins. How do you feel about that? Confused?
No, I'm thinking
okay.
because they finish SEC play with 7 ranked teams in a row.
Yeah.
And I know a lot of the SEC schedule is going to be heavy because there's so many ranked SEC teams, but for Vanderbilt, their biggest test is still coming.
I love Michaela Blakes. I think Coach Shea Ralph is doing a tremendous job, but I don't want to poo on this team. But what had happened was in that South Carolina first quarter, they ran into some major adversity. South Carolina in the game shot 62% from the field, 59% from 3, and 93% from the free throw line. Then they followed up with another loss. They have to fix their defense.
Yeah, they definitely have a few.
Don't want it on the team, though.
All right, she averaged a little over 16 points per game and shot 46% from the floor. That led to her being Conference Player of the Year, and her team, of course, took a trip to the Final Four. This season, she's up over 19 points per game and shooting 51% on the season. And look at who we have here. It is Madison Booker.
How you doing? How you doing?
How you doing? Good to see you.
Yes.
This is your sister, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
That's Lil Sis.
Yes, it is.
They like to say that. Okay, so actually, before we start things, we have a gift for you. Because we know that you like Legos. Is that correct?
Yeah.
She loves the Lego situation. Look at over here.
Oh!
Shout out to Lego Master Sage and Ian Summers for the mosaic. This one of you right here. And also Bricks and Minifigs in South Austin for that custom Maddie jersey. Isn't that beautiful?
That's dope. That's dope. Appreciate y'all.
That's so cool.
Appreciate y'all.
That's so stinking cool. Okay, so Maddie, because you take a Lego set, right, on almost every away trip and you build it on the plane. So why do you love Lego so much?
I don't know. It's definitely just kind of just a thing just to step back from basketball and kind of just focus on something different. I mean, kind of Legos are kind of also like basketball too. You get the instructions like from your coach, you get the scout from your coach, and you start building up on the Legos. You start like executing scout in practice, start building up on, good habits in practice too. So they're basically the same thing, just, a different sport.
Oh yeah, I know you're gonna put this up in your room, aren't you?
I am indeed. I am indeed.
This is the first time, Maddie, that Women's College Game Day has been at the University of Texas.
Yes.
What does this moment mean for you and your school?
I mean, it means a lot. I mean, Austin's a great city. The energy, our fans here are amazing. I love them. They have great support. Definitely home court advantage for us. Like you said, we haven't lost since my freshman year against OU, but they've been great every day. Coming, like Sarah said, through any weather, anytime, just supporting us, and I love them for that.
Maddie, you love Legos. You just said how much you love the fans. And we also talked about how much you love the mid-range.
I do.
I want to get into the X's and O's. How would you describe what it's taken for you to become so masterful in the mid-range?
I don't know. It's all about reading reacts. I mean, just reading the defense, reading the angles of the screen. I don't know. And also confidence, too. I feel like I can shoot over anybody.
Here we go.
That's how I feel. But, it's all about confidence, about reading the defense, too.
Maddie, you're my dog, right? And I appreciate you being game for anything on and off the court. Are you willing to show us your spots on the floor? Because you get to certain areas and you do your damage there. So there's 3 of us.
Yeah.
Can you place each one of us, starting with Christine, on one of your spots and why you like that spot?
Christine, I want to pitch you over there in the short corner, left side right here. I think this is my favorite spot. I think it's very underrated. I think people kind of forget about that spot right there. When you get to it, they think it's just going to be a dead end. But for me, I think he's rising over and shooting over somebody.
Period. Like someone like Christine, right?
Yes.
Not over me.
Okay, Drea's turn. Where's your next favorite spot?
I would say right here. This is my favorite spot right here. like I said, a lot of my screens from right here, just reading React, seeing what my post player is going to do, seeing what their defender is going to do. But right here is pull up money.
Okay. Last but not least,
Do you
where
have
are you going
another
to put
spot
me,
for
Maddie?
today?
I mean, you can also stand the SEC right there.
There it is.
Easy
What
money.
you got? What's coming?
Easy money right there. Easy money for sure. Just get in the paint, 1-2 dribble, rise up, over the top.
Oh, there
We got a ball. We got a ball. You don't have to shoot.
Oh, no.
No!
You don't test it out.
No, Maddie, but you talk about some of these spots. I
Yeah.
want to go to this one because people forget sometimes how hard this shot can be. Like
Right.
you have the backboard to base it off of. How would you describe the reps that you put in to master these different spots?
It's all about the arc. We have this kind of machine in our practice gym. It's called NOAA. It reads you like your arc back like after every shot. So Coach Sheffer always tells us that 44 to 47 is a perfect arc for shooting. So I've kind of just mastered just the 44 to 47 arc. So I would say that helped me a lot.
I do want to ask you really quickly because we talked about your improvement from last year to this year. What do you think the biggest change has been for you?
Just patience, and I think just trusting my teammates and trusting, the offense that Coach Sheffer is running for us, and just trusting myself. I think I put in the work every day for it. So, I mean, just come in here and just be like, one shot doesn't mean nothing. I'm going to keep shooting. Shoot or shoot.
All right, beautiful. Maddie, thank you so much for
Appreciate it.
joining us.
Thank you.
Enjoy your Legos.
Thank y'all so much.
Maddie
Appreciate
Booker,
it.
everybody.